Hey, what's up, guys? It's VK here, and today we're going to be reacting to another Death Battle. Here, this time it's episode 204, Ichigo Kurosaki versus Yusuke, uh, Bleach versus Yu Sako. Now, before we get into the reaction, just want to let you know why I haven't been posting videos lately. I recently, end of last year, I finished college, and right now I'm doing a job. Looking for jobs here, and that's on top of posting all different videos, experimenting with AI and stuff. And yeah, well, I haven't been posting gameplays recently, just learning how to manage a let's play channel, all that stuff. So yeah, it's going to be a while before I get into gameplay again, when I start managing my time and all I'm doing each day. So yeah, it's gonna be a while before I get into gaming again. And now, here for this death battle, I'm kind of rooting for Ichigo Kurosaki to win, given Bleach didn't win the last two death battles. Oh, also I forgot, I recently bought a new mic, and so you should hear my voice more clear now for these this and later recordings. So yeah, back to Death Battle. I'm kind of rooting for Ichigo Kurosaki, given Bleach didn't win the last two Death Battles. So here, hoping Ichigo and Bleach get the win. But let's get into reaction. Like and subscribe, and let's start the episode. Fight! Yay.
Ichigo Kurosaki versus Yusuke Urameshi.
Oh great, they still have the old
Shinigami
intro
of Bleach versus the spirit detective of Yu Yu
instead
Hakusho.
of
He's Wiz and I'm
this one
Boomstick.
they had
And
for
it's
the
our job
past
to
few
analyze their
seasons.
weapons, armor, and skills to find out
Before
who would
the
win
change.
a death battle.
Okay, start.
Tell me, Boomstick, what happens when we die?
Many things.
Endless nothingness. Jeez, man, I
Well,
don't know.
heaven
We
and
just
hell.
started.
Our souls are ferried by Shinigami, gods of death, in an eternal cycle of death and rebirth.
That was my second guess.
And when a soul
said
goes
first?
astray, warped by evil and regret, it's a Shinigami's job to purify such violent hollows and send them off to the realm of the dead, the Soul Society.
Works great. Still, it doesn't. Enter Ichigo Kurosaki,
Ichigo Kurosaki of Karakura Town, substitute Soul
who's
Reaper.
tragic and
Okay, we're going to that background. Name Ichigo Kurosaki. He's 29 years, 5'11", or 1 cm, 145 pounds or 66 kilos. Occupation: substitute Shinigami and translator. Candidate to replace the Soul King. Trained by Urahara Yoruichi the Viceroy, Ishin, and Squad Zero. He likes chocolate, Shakespeare, and Orihime. Japanese name can be read as strawberry. Yeah, I can't remember that from the Naruto for just Ichigo episode. I remember watching that one.
enemy backstory came way too early when his mom was killed by a hollow. Reason number one why you should never want your kid to be the anime protagonist.
Left with his grief,
Yeah,
young Ichigo was
stereotype.
crushed under the weight of survivor's guilt.
So he lashed out the only way he knew how, beating people up.
But this wound began to heal when he found his calling, upon meeting a Shinigami named Rukia. To stop a powerful
what was
hollow, found his calling, upon meeting a Shinigami named Rukia.
Okay, let's see here. Rukia of the Gotei 13.
To stop
have
a
that
powerful
in
hollow,
reverse.
she gave Ichigo her powers, rousing unseen potential within.
Boom! Just like that, Ichigo's a Shinigami.
Substitute Shinigami. To carry out his duties, Ichigo sheds his body for an invisible one made of spirit.
Oops.
Shinigami.
wasn't to do, like,
carry out
these,
his duties,
readings here.
Ichigo sheds his body for an
A Soul Reaper is a spiritual entity. You can only be seen by other spiritual entities. You would think normal people can see a Soul Reaper,
invisible one made of spiritual matter
or interreishi or spirit particles, which are the main components of Konpaku.
called Reishi. He can wield vast amounts of
Like ki.
spiritual energy, called Ryoku, and exert it offensively in the form of spiritual pressure, or Reiatsu.
Okay, that's a lot of big words, but all
Let's see here. While Shinigami are invisible, they are not intangible and can be touched by normal people. This was stated in chapter 9 of the manga, though the Viz translation mistakenly says otherwise.
it really means is he's a super-powered ghost with an epic sword. His spirit aura is so strong, he can stun lock foes, crushing them under his own power. Even
Take a good look in it. Her soul being crushed by being close to you. If your soul wasn't sucked up, am I going to do your soul suck?
fatally.
He controls spirit matter in and
Okay, his powers and arsenal. Immense Ryoku. Ryatsu pressure and Reikaku sensing. Gensuga Tensho. Shinigami skills. Sanjutsu, Sanpo, Hakudo. Reishi manipulation. Flight, Blue Vein. Blood Vein. Zangetsu. Fusion of Shinigami and Hollow powers. Quincy Zangetsu, a manifestation of Quincy power. You know, it's one thing when you're going to get to his weird heritage, like I stated in the Naruto vs. Ichigo analysis, episode. He said it's like parents like different spiritual species or
around
something.
him, hardening his skin for defense and leaping off of invisible footholds in the air. And around
always
him,
happening.
hardening his skin for defense and leaping off
As a Soul Reaper, you were able to unconsciously gain traction on the very air
of
itself.
invisible footholds in the air. Paired with speed-boosting skills like Shunpo, he can virtually fly.
Say goodbye to the kid who beat up bullies for their lunch money. And hello to the town's new superhero with fellow Ghostbusters, Orihime,
Ghostbusters.
and Uryu. Plus Rukia. It was the Shinigami's job to tear hollows a new hole.
While balancing
Organization.
responsibilities at school, of course. GPA comes first, and maybe a round or two of tech.
But it
Hold
wouldn't
up.
Abilities at school, of course. GPA comes first, and maybe
Well, education is important. Why do you think I went to college? The next one's coming out. Ichigo, did you bring Tekken? The next one's coming out soon, so I need that one back already.
a round or two of tech.
But it wouldn't be possible without
This is the core foundation of the bond between Shinigami and Zanpakuto. Every Shinigami is granted an Asuchi of their own and transform that blade into their own Zanpakuto over the course of their training.
his Shinigami blade, a Zanpakuto. It's basically a
Zanpakuto.
superpowered spirit that's physically a sword. Ghost sword.
Though strangely, Ichigo's sword is composed of two distinct spirits, both named Zangetsu, which isn't confusing at all.
Just call him Old Man Zangetsu and Hollow Zangetsu. Anyway, the double ghost
that's
sword
better.
gives Ichigo lots of new
Zangetsu
moves,
and young
including his
Zangetsu.
trademark attack, the sword beam to end all sword beams. Getsuga Tensho!
Getsuga Tensho is
Tensho.
incredibly powerful and so effective that Ichigo developed multiple variants. He can fire it as a wave, detonate it mid-attack to act as a barrier, and combine two at once into the even stronger Getsuga Jujisho.
Giant
To cut
cross.
even the biggest hollows down to size.
Yeah.
Ichigo was ridiculously strong, even from frame 1.
He can make giant shockwaves and parry spiritual light beams from a Menos Grande. And these aren't fake, slower-than-light lasers. Guidebooks confirm they're real light, and the novels say so too.
Oops.
Fake,
meant to, like,
slower-than-light
pause just to
lasers.
read these.
Guidebooks confirm
That was
they're
the wrong
real
time.
light, and the novel
0. A powerful spiritual light fired by Menos Grandes and Aransars. This blinding light swallowed a part of Kyogoku. The 0 went in all directions. Considering that concentrating spiritual pressure was usually what made a 0 more powerful, diffusing a 0 in all directions would be pointless. However, because Ikomiki Dome had such a vast amount of spiritual pressure at his disposal, his 0 was even more powerful than a typical one, regardless of the fact that it had been diffused.
say so too.
Plus, early on, Uryu moved so fast that he left his
Up a powerful hollow, she gave Ichigo her
Go ahead and have to skip this.
Teammate, I need.
This meant the hollow
just a
thrash experts who make slower-than-light lasers. Guidebooks confirm they're real light, and the novels say so too.
plus early.
Okay. his movements are different too for a second. Other FTL feats include Aroniro dodging sunlight, lieutenants dodging Negaseon beams, Nanoa evading Lily Barrow's light of judgment, and Lil Toto dodging Yuaks Oswallen. Yuaks Oswallen is the very German name and not good at pronouncing German.
Uryu moved so fast that he left his own shadow behind.
But as Ichigo
That's
became
faster,
more
right?
involved with the Soul Society, he quickly found that he wasn't good enough.
This Byakuya guy's so fast, Ichigo can't even see him. Time for a good old-fashioned training arc. Hit the music!
Until now,
training
Zangetsu had
montage.
operated only in its base state, Shikai. So Ichigo learned to release its inner power, a 10 times boost that takes most
It's 5 to 10 times greater generally.
Shinigami a decade
It takes more than 10 years of training to perform the move. Someone does Impacto into
to
Arbor.
master.
Bankai! In Bankai, his speed skyrocketed, letting him turn the tables on douchebag Byakuya. Even in Shikai, he blocked an attack that could destroy the whole
Hey.
frickin' soul.
Oops.
Greatest gift.
Blocked an
Didn't
attack
mean to
that
meet
could
it there.
destroy the
Intensely uses Sokyuko to destroy not only the one who plotted Rukia's execution, intends to use the Sokyuko to destroy not only the Serete, but the entire Soul Society as well.
whole frickin' soul society.
Because Ichigo's greatest gift
Okay, let's see. True forms. True Shikai manifests two Senpakto. Getsugo Jujitsu, a half hollow, fusion of Shinigami, hollow, and Quincy powers, high speed regeneration, gives them high speed regeneration, and Zero Cresciente. True Bankai, Tetsa Zangetsu, a 5 to 10 times stat boost. Other forms, Hollow Mask, Full Hollow, Full Bring, Shikai, and Bankai Skullclad. Final Getsuga Tensho or Mugetsu.
is his potential to improve. Despite only being a
Getting
teenager,
better, huh?
he mastered swordsmanship well enough to thrash experts who had been training for centuries. He can quickly adapt to new
Wow.
weapons and styles mid-fight, surpassing
for
his
him.
limits time and time again.
Like when he took on Catboy Grimjow. He was getting clamped, but as soon as he heard Orihime cheering him on, that was all he needed to smash that kitty.
You mean Grimjow, right?
Yeah, but even with that
Hey,
main character
phrasing.
energy, Ichigo couldn't match Big Bad Aizen. With just a finger,
Subscribe.
Aizen stuffed Ichigo's Bankai and his theme song, Rude.
Ichigo needed to tap into his unexplained hollow power. Except Hollow Zangetsu
Come
wasn't
between
going to
myself.
make it easy.
Old Man Zang's pretty chill, but this guy's a menace.
Still, Ichigo needed his help and conjured a hollow mask to expand his power. But
More
this meant the
hollows.
hollow within only grew stronger.
Masked up,
corrupted
he
him.
can fire lasers, bypass super
He slipped right through my Pesquisa, what?
senses and heal lost limbs. But piss him off enough and he'll go full hollow. And you really don't want that.
Hollowification exceeds even
Really?
Bankai and was enough to crush Ukiura in a battle that shook all of Hueco.
Not only did this tremendous power shake the vast line of Fuecomundo, but it also reached the beings lurking in the depths. Hellverse novelization.
The world of hollows.
Full hollow Ichigo could even tear through all 3 layers of hell.
3 layers
But
of
with help
hell.
from his secret Shinigami father, Ichigo continued to train for months in the Dangai, a corridor between dimensions, until he was finally ready to challenge Aizen.
Challenge is an understatement. He manhandled Aizen, shattered mountains
Aizen had evolved to threaten the Soul King, a deity whose power stabilizes the 3 realms.
with sheer aura and flexed so hard he smashed out of the black coffin, which crushes space like a mini black hole.
And yet, it
an
still
illusion.
wasn't enough. So, by becoming Getsuga itself, Ichigo unleashed his ultimate attack, Mugetsu, defeating
control
Aizen
him.
at the cost of all his power.
He might have saved everyone, but now it was back to Normieville.
Ichigo never truly realized until then just how much being a Shinigami meant to him. The power to protect others,
That's
his
the burden.
drive, his pride in himself was gone. He would give anything to get it back.
When I was proud of my Soul Reaper powers,
And He did, thanks to a surprise assist from Rukia. Boom! Shinigami again!
Just in time for a 1,000-year blood war with a final endgame boss, Yhwach.
Who planned to end everything. And while other Shinigami tried their best, only Ichigo was special enough to pull it off.
His father was a Shinigami.
Oh, here it
His
is.
mother was a member of the ancient Quincy's and possessed by a
heritage.
hollow. Hence, his two Zanpakuto spirits, one Quincy, the other hollow and Shinigami, made Ichigo a perfect union to break Yhwach's plan. Finally, Ichigo understood himself, fully unifying with both Zanpakuto spirits within. With that came a new Shikai and two new Zanpakuto.
True Shikai!
And we're booked. Using less points with my 2D Aeroplan Visa Infinite card.
Everything's better when you.
If you
Okay, feats. Slice through the chains of hell, block the world-destroying Sokyoku, casually reacted to Seros and Balas, parried Byakuya's hundreds of millions of cuts, crushed Kyora's Lanza del Relampago, shattered Aizen's Hado 90, Kuro Hitsugi, matched Soul King's Yhwach's realm-ending power, defeated Renji, Kenpachi, Byakuya, Grimmjow, Ulquiorra, Aizen, Ginjo, and Yhwach. It's a weird
thought
name.
Ichigo was strong before, oh
Whack.
boy, he's the strongest Shinigami alive. They're dead. Undead? Yeah.
Stronger than
undead.
Kenpachi, who could split the Dangai in half.
Okay. You should suppress your spiritual pressure more, Commander. As a result, the match ended with one blow. The sword pressure collided with each other with such force that it seemed as if it would cut the boundary Dangai itself in two. From chapter Spirits of
Stronger than Senjumaru, who shook heaven and earth.
Even the slightest use of our powers would cause heaven and earth of the three worlds to tremble. Senjumaru bleached 1,000-year blood.
Across the realms, and strong enough to match
Oh, here's
Yhwach.
another one. Wak stated true Shikai Ichigo regained the power he used to defeat Aizen, insinuating that he reached or surpassed his prior peak.
Even after he absorbed the Soul King.
Juiced up with Soul King
It's
power,
over.
Yhwach could nuke all three
Both the human world and the Soul Society will lose their form and become as one before my
realms.
power.
The human world, Soul Society,
And create. Who is trying to destroy those three worlds and create something else? Soul Society, Hueco and the material
and
world.
Hueco Mundo, plus
Those
the
are-
Dangai and Garganta in between, which have a bunch of pocket dimensions
Valley
sprinkled
of
in.
Screens.
Hell, just the Soul
Wow.
King's corpse
That's a lot of
sent a
worlds.
shockwave across all the realms.
And it's not a matter of disrupting the flow of souls. Yhwach was going to end every
It isn't an issue with the balance of the souls between the three worlds. Urahara bleached
thing
out.
through sheer power alone.
But Ichigo still wasn't done powering up.
Entering a new half-hollow form and merging his Getsuga Tensho
more to
with
come.
a mighty hollow attack, the Gran Ray Sero.
Making a giant crescent slash that rips through space itself.
All that power culminating
A giant crescent slash that
Yeah, let
rips
me
through
just-
space itself.
The atmosphere destroying again. It was a warped torrent of power, a hollowed spiritual pressure within the bright stream of light. Though it likely shared the same roots as the Zero Grimmjow unleashed, the volume of Reishi and its destiny were much greater than any common Zero, and it was strong enough to warp the existence of the space itself as it cut through the Soul Society sky.
all that
clouds.
power culminating
Huh.
in his true Bankai. A power so great, even Yhwach was scared of it.
Joke's on you! Ichigo didn't even need it! You're done!
Ichigo was finally
boss
content.
defeated.
And 10 years later, he remains a Shinigami, having found the courage to
job.
stand on the edge of life and death, conquer his fears, and walk onward.
Okay, that's a great way to end.
Most teenagers have
Okay,
no
on to
idea what they
Yusuke.
want to do with their life. However, that was hardly a problem for juvenile delinquent Yusuke Urameshi, because he only ever wanted to do one thing.
Throw hands!
Just like
it
Bruce
don't matter
Lee.
who the ups are.
Yeah, you can see right Bruce Lee. Okay, name, full name, Yusuke Urameshi. Age 18 years. He's 18 years, 5'8" or 172 cm. Was trained by Genkai. Occupation, spirit detective, also a ramen salesman. A descendant of the Demon King Ryzen, he likes fighting Virtua Fighter and Keiko. Huh, you like the Sega fighting game. Still have to play that. Fights anyone, be they women, old folk, or even babies. Even young people are not safe from this guy. Also, the original shonen trash talker. Huh.
Be they women, old folk, or babies,
So mature
Yusuke lived to
manga.
fight. It's what gave life meaning. And old folk or babies, Yusuke lived to fight. It's what gave life meaning. Who cares about stupid things like friends and family?
Which is why it was so surprising when one day he threw himself in front of a speeding car to save a child, bringing that reckless life to a
Oh. It's his first death. The Yu Yu Hakusho, the Yu Yu Hakusho anime somewhat differs from the manga, particularly the ending, but expands upon the main story. Also, we are prioritizing the Japanese manga over the English translation.
screeching halt.
Truck-kun claims another victim.
like
But
the
this
English
is chapter 1 of a
adaptation.
battle shonen,
Or
so
dub.
death is hardly the end.
Another victim.
But this is chapter 1 of a battle shonen,
Hmm.
so death is hardly the end.
Surprisingly, though, it wasn't a spooky skeleton in a hood who arrived to claim Yusuke's
Okay,
soul.
Grim Reaper.
It was a blue-haired anime girl on a broomstick.
This was Botan, whose job
Technically, she rides an oar or ferryman of the dead and all that, like a witch's broom.
was to ferry Yusuke's newly deceased spirit off to the afterlife.
Unfortunately, or I guess fortunately
Purgatory?
for him, he was such an asshole that the underworld didn't see his
So there's no place for you yet, heaven, in hell, or heaven. Maybe this way your death was unexpected, down in the underworld.
selfless death coming and didn't have any space prepared for him. Imagine being such a menace to society that the second you do something nice, hell itself gets caught with its pants down.
Oh, great. Alright, just skip this. Okay, there we go.
So the underworld surrogate king, Koenma, offered Yusuke an alternative. He could return to life as an agent of the afterlife, a spirit detective, solving supernatural crimes and fighting off demonic threats to humanity.
Naturally, Yusuke
like-
did what anyone
like
would
Yagami?
do in that situation and told Satan Jr. to stop it.
No, I'll
I
pass.
mean, he
No, I'll
was
pass.
never
What would I amount to if I came back to life anyway? Can't see anything wrong with
really
being a
good
ghost.
for anything, and no one
They only curse their luck if I revived. No one's gonna know me.
was gonna miss
so
him.
young.
So what's the point of
Well, yeah, don't have to decide right away. So fatalistic.
coming
you're
back
only
to
14.
life? It's not like his mom would be sad, or his childhood sweetheart Keiko would be heartbroken, or even his rival Kuwabara would shed manly tears. Oh man.
At the sight of loved ones who cared far more than he ever expected, Yusuke had
Oh.
a change of heart and accepted Koenma's offer, returning to life with a new purpose and a new job.
And
Spirit
newfound
detective.
ass-kicking ability. In his quest to beat the dog shit out of
Green
demonkind,
Chi.
Yusuke learned to harness Reiki, or spirit energy.
Like
He's
Chi.
ridiculously strong, fast, and durable, heals from wounds quickly, and can see spirits invisible to mortal men.
Even early on, Yusuke could parry
Yeah, powers and arsenal. Immense Reiki. Spirit gun, spirit shotgun, spirit wave, spirit punch, gold energy. Accelerated healing, barriers, energy absorption, propel flight, spiritual awareness, and his Mazoku form. Immense Yoki, demon gun, previously channeled, Ryzen spirit.
Zaku's lightning arrows, which are formed from real lightning called down from the sky. And with the help of legendary warrior
like actual
Genkai,
lightning?
he mastered a signature move that could blast anyone to smithereens.
My favorite shonen move ever, the
Finger gun.
Spirit Gun. At first, Yusuke had a limited number of shots, but
at your present level of ability, you only get one shot a day. So be judicious. Sorry about that.
eventually, he turned it into his personal WMD. Stronger than any weapon on Earth. He could
Like a
go
nuke?
finger blasting around as much as he wants.
The spirit gun is more versatile than it appears. Yusuke can bounce it off surfaces for sneak
Layer of
attacks,
darkness. Using mirror reflected back at
himself around like a rocket in flight and produce massive explosions with each shot.
He can twist it up for a spirit shotgun, a mighty AoE blast, or a spirit punch where he keeps the energy stored in his fists and clobbers the hell out of you. And the spirit wave, a Kamehameha from before we uncultured Americans knew what a Kamehameha was.
Yusuke may be a punk, but he's deceptively skilled and cunning in battle.
He's not afraid to fight dirty, throwing his shoes,
like
using sleight of hand to place cigarettes on his foe to track them in the dark.
Personally, I'd call that smart. And his hand-to-hand is A+. He's matched experts like Cabano, who's said to have mastered all forms
You are indeed good, but I'm well versed in all forms of martial
combat.
But his best
Everyone.
secret is how quickly he improves. All it takes is a round of training or someone
quick
threatening his
adaptation.
friends, and Yusuke's power will spike to match stronger enemies, even if it means literally burning through his own.
He's expanding his very existence to continue to fight. His life force is charging him up.
Life force for a power-up.
All known demons and demon fighters are individually ranked on a scale
Oh, like a, okay, so apparently the tier list of demons. Just about. Class C and Class B demons. Toguro, for instance, was Class B, but have the complete freedom to enter the human world.
of power from E to
The
S.
creatures
E and D
classified.
class demons are nothing special. We're talking local threats at best. C and B are getting a bit dicey in a destroy your city kind of way. A and S? Well, hold on to your ass. We're talking end of the world.
As Yusuke forged bonds with new allies, like demons Hiei and Kurama, as well as his old pal Kuwabara,
Hiei
he
saw
found
him
himself
before.
facing opponents he couldn't beat, such as the monstrous Toguro, who could vaporize weaker demons and crush their souls with sheer aura.
But Yusuke needed to survive and protect his loved ones. So he had no choice but to rank up, even if it meant absorbing the power of a small.
Okay, let's see here. Spirit Wave Orb, Reiko Gyoku. A sphere of energy that condenses spirit energy. A sphere of energy that condenses spirit energy to the utmost limit. Has been passed down from generation to generation by the masters of Reiko Hadouken. It has energy comparable to that of a small star. The successor will have their nature questioned by their own mind and body. If they do not have the calibre to accept their energy, their body will be destroyed. So it's like holding a sun. If you cannot accept this energy, it goes into a tiny sun into your body and will not be incinerated in the process, then you will have passed the test. A ball of energy, vast energy compressed into a tiny volume. It will test you physically and mentally, determine if you can succeed me.
Star. Thanks,
So apparently we
Tenkai.
have these
Our sun has an
protagonists
average
doing
luminosity
tests.
of 380 septillion watts, or joules per second. Small stars like red dwarfs output about 1/10,000th of that. So this spirit orb's
So
energy per
still-
second would equal about 1/10,000th of that. So
no
this
small,
spirit
but
orb's
a lot
energy
of
per
power.
second would equal about 9 million megatons of TNT.
Huh.
Enough to send Toguro to the grave.
Let's see how
Even after
Ichigo
pushing
compares to
past
that.
his own limits, Yusuke would still need more power to face S-class threats like Sensui, a past spirit detective gone bad, and a great measuring stick for what top-tier demons are capable of.
Sensui was so yoked he couldn't even
So-
use all his power in the human world without threatening.
Think we can, so you're using him as his base form. A base for power, okay? You could call that my only weakness. In the human world, I can't even use 1/5 of my full strength. It caused too much stress to the planet.
To bring down the whole thing. He compared destroying
Want to
the
destroy the
whole
world?
goddamn
Why
planet
bother?
to kicking an ant.
Destroying the human world would be smashing an anthill. Sensui Yuhu Hakusho.
Hill.
According to Genkai, Yusuke
You know, if you decided you were sick of this world and wanted to obliterate it, I no longer have the power to stop it.
could destroy the planet too, if he
Okay, Papa, based on Sensui and Genkai's wording, you're likely referring to complete planetary destruction and not just raising the surface.
And even A-class threats like King Enma have shaken both the demon and human worlds.
That anima guy is strong as balls. In the past, he fought the Netherworld King Yakumo, who could eradicate the entire human world and remake the Netherworld.
But Yusuke's power
that word
surpassed
tell?
both of them, to the point where he overloaded Yakumo with his own energy. And do keep in mind, Yusuke was still only A-class at the time, a far cry from S-classes like Sensui, whose sacred energy was 10 times his superior.
Oh, goddammit.
Not for long.
From S classes like Sensui, whose sacred energy was 10 times his.
Urameshi, even if you have had 10 times the aura you do now, it would be far from holy.
Superior.
But not for long, sucker, because turns out Yusuke was a demon himself.
Literally.
Uh-oh.
Yusuke is the descendant of an ancient and incredibly powerful being, one of the strongest in existence.
Strongest demon?
Ryzen, the Demon King.
With his Mizoku mark, Yusuke can
missed that.
channel Ryzen's spirit for a huge power boost and a massive thirst for murder boost. This was his first taste of a dangerous new type of spirit energy, Yoki.
A form of energy used by demons. Like normal
Possibly
Reiki,
by
it can be
demons?
amplified by intense emotions. Unlike normal Reiki, its use creates a pleasurable feeling, feeding into the user's rage and
So like
bloodlust,
lust.
the feral animal within.
So Yusuke upgraded his spirit gun to a demon gun. It's the same thing, but
Finger demon
rad.
gun.
Oh, and it's strong enough to blast Sensui past the horizon, putting Yusuke's power firmly in S-Class.
And making him a prime candidate to rule the demon world. But as he was thrust into a tournament vying for that throne, Yusuke began to wonder if all this power was what he really wanted.
Self-reflection? From I'll kick your ass, Yusuke Urameshi?
He
We
flipped
can
off.
worry about that
He went
later.
off in
There's
anime.
a tournament to win. Which one of you, girl, baby, or grandparents is first?
Even then, as
Okay, by the Demon World Tournament, Yusuke was superior to Hiehi, who survived hits from Mukuro that cut through
Yusuke
space.
took on the Demon
Space
King
itself.
Yomi in an epic final battle, he was still growing. He had become far stronger than before, even achieving a unique version of the Mizoku form separate from Ryzen's influence.
And a brand spanking new form of power. Kinda like Sensui's secret energy, but even better. It's so unprecedented, it doesn't even have a name, but it's golden glowy.
Strong enough to clash with Yomi, creating an explosion that split the heavens above and decimated the Okunin tree below, pushing the
Oh,
Demon King
destroyed-
himself.
So apparently those trees in the Demon World are hardy as well, huh? Okay. Feats. Winner of the Dark Tournament, parried Sakuza's lightning arrows, contained the Spirit Orb's energy, withstood Toguro's demonic aura, annihilated a 10-kilometer plateau in 0.45 seconds, overloaded Yakumo's realm, ending his power sphere, decimated an Okunin tree with Demon King Yomi, defeated Hiehi, Rando, Sakuza, Chu, Baken, Jin, Toguro, and Sensui.
To his absolute limits.
But then,
they have-
Yusuke lost. It's not all bad though.
Oh.
Even if being king would have been
Well, that's
cool,
bad.
Yusuke realized he wanted something more. He'd grown up and chose to walk a new path.
It was always Yusuke's connections with
Drifter?
others that motivated him above all else. And it was in those connections that he found his happy ending.
But I wouldn't piss him off if you can avoid it. Get him in the right mood or threaten the human world, and the spirit detective will beat your stupid ass.
Oh, sorry, bad.
Long has its
okay,
return
sorry.
been foretold, but now, finally, it is reborn.
The original Death Battle shirt that once dominated the world. Hell yeah,
Oh,
there's no better way
so
to wear
the-
a blood
so the
spatter on
OG
your
logo,
chest.
huh?
We've restored the original shirt with even better materials, and it's available now on deathbattle.gg.
Death Battle
That's our
site.
website that's also kind of like a Patreon.
There's a bunch of other merch there, like this awesome Mega Goose hoodie. Just don't let
Wish I
the
could
gooses
bring
get
back.
it.
Website members can also see the entire Death Battle archive, including episodes that were banned from YouTube.
And even more behind-the-scenes goodies. Like, did you know our research team wrote up a massive blog all about the science of Ash versus Yugi? Wait, I lied. They wrote up two!
Click the link below to support the show, look behind the scenes, and get cool merch at deathbattle.gg.
Okay, so before the analysis, it's only now I'm realizing that they still don't have the Wisdom Boomstick segments there. Really wish they could have time to just hire an animator to like have someone animate those two, you know? Sheesh, I wish they go back to that time. I know it's halfway through this year they have to do that, whatever. Okay, so who do I think will win? Yeah, this is a very difficult one here. Kind of don't know what Yusuke's power level is. I mean, you said you could destroy both the human world and the nether world, it's like demon world, hell. That's still kind of like two worlds. Ichigo kind of destroy, can shake three worlds at his whim with like comparable to Aizen. So yeah, it turns out there's also like finger gun that can harm demons and stuff. This is in Procto, but I think Ichigo had a better heritage with like weird father and mothers. So still keeping in word that Ichigo's gonna win, and that's also I'm hoping for win. Kill's still kind of like expecting a win for Bleach. So yeah, that's my final. That's my verdict. And let's just get into the battle. Let's go.
All right, the combatants are set, and we've run the data through all possibilities.
It's time for a death
Demon battle. Yeah. Or ghost battle. Okay, Japanese town, the Japanese school. Yusuke, Ichigo. Like, oh god.
Experience Japan
Well,
on
he's
a
gonna skip
journey
this one.
customized to you. Explore.
Now we can get into it.
That's a demon.
That's a hollow.
No doubt about it.
Oh, spirit time. Oh, do a Japanese song. Cool. Okay, clashing in there. Finger gun. Batsu. Tokyo's gonna fall for this. Ha. Did I just... Oh, crap! This crotch! Oh, what do you say? Oh, more hollows coming in. Yeah, hollow. Say goodbye.
Chop change.
Reckless idiot!
Up into the demon world or Soul Society, whichever one.
Little demon energy got you scared?
At least the demon world is spared. Let's see what happens in the demon world. See here they'll unleash their full power. Oh cool, Japanese really paying homage to their anime.
Why didn't I think of that?
Oh, what do you say? We're going over the music.
Do it once? Damn, why didn't I think of that?
Oh, dual wielding. Yeesh.
Give in to me, Yusuke.
Uh-oh.
Let's devour him together.
Oh, they're transforming.
Hell no! This is my fight, jackass! You just told me back!
Oh, demon time. Oh, dude, it's still lacking this Japanese music though. Uh-oh, realm between worlds is splitting.
Yeesh, rude awakening. This one's a piece of work. Need a hand, partner?
Let's do it. Like old times.
Shin Megami time. Bunkai! Uh-oh, the demon tree. Oh, there goes one.
Is that the best you can do? I can go even faster if you'd like. Hell yeah! Bring it on, asshole!
Did I sing that? Bring it on, asshole.
I'll kill you even if it kills me! I'm putting it all on the line! You better do the same!
Oh, this is extreme. Oh, Ichigo's going full demon now. Or full hollow. I guess part hollow. Uh-oh. Oh, Ichigo's not done yet. And the demon tree is split.
Give me a freaking break.
See you on the other side.
Oh, it's done. Wait, Ichigo won! Ichigo won! Call it! Totally call a win for Bleach! Hell yeah! Just thinking it wouldn't, just didn't know what answer early because I was expecting like Ichigo to go, full hollow, full demon form, but hell yeah, win for Bleach! Called it! Let's see why Ichigo won.
You think the afterlife offers frequent flyer miles?
There's a lot to cover here, so let's break this down into 4 chapters,
Okay,
starting
here's the
with their
one.
abilities.
First up,
Yusuke could
abilities.
see Ichigo no problem, and resist auras like Togoro's that are similar to Reiatsu, so
Alright,
Ichigo
Redos.
couldn't cheese a win right away.
Otherwise, Yusuke was outmatched. Sure, the Spirit Gun could potentially match the Getsuga Tensho, and he had stat-boosting forms like the Mizoku. Ichigo, however, had more varied powers, a better healing factor, greater stamina
because it
given his
is-
months of Dangai training.
Also,
And
it's
all
great
those
heritage.
swords! He just had way more abilities to play with.
Hell yeah.
Likewise, speed was a fairly easy call. Yusuke could react to lightning early on,
Okay. Yeah, light versus lightning. The Spirit Gun can bounce off mirrors, but has never been described as light, unlike Zero's, and exhibits contradictory properties. Likewise, nobody reacts to the light produced by Musashi's photon sword.
and obviously got much faster over
Yes.
time.
Eject
Looking at this
photons.
blast from his clash with Yomi, it erupted upwards at 57% the speed of
Okay, travel heights over 7 million meters, time frame of 24ths of a second, Oakland tree beams, velocity of 57.17%
Light.
But
speed of
Ichigo
light.
was faster than light from the start, and he's gotten
Yeah.
faster too. He couldn't
Faster
even
than
see
light
Byakuya
speed.
at first, but blitzed him in the rematch. Plus, he's got tons of training and power-ups since then.
the Soul King Shockwave, for example, expanded across the realms at thousands of times light speed, and Ichigo reacted to attacks from Soul
209
King
times speed
Yuhabak
of light.
that utilized the same power. So, Ichigo
Go takes
takes
speed.
But Yusuke's fought plenty of foes faster and more varied than him, so it's extremely important to examine their tactics and ability to
Tactics,
adapt
strategy.
mid-fight.
This is kind of both their things. Ichigo has styled on guys with centuries of training and has over a decade of experience as a Shinigami. He's pretty good at figuring out new weapons and styles.
Meanwhile, Yusuke was flexible and quick to adapt, mixing cleverness with exceptional hand-to-hand. He's good enough to match Kabano, who mastered every martial art.
every form of
Ichigo's
martial art.
decent at hand-to-hand,
See, Ichigo's martial arts are comparable to his friend Tatsuki, who performed well in a national competition with a broken arm. However, this level of skill would not compare to characters like Rando and Kabano, whom Yusuke has fought.
but it's not his go-to in the same way.
So, both had their strong suits, with advantages on each side. It's fair to call this one a draw.
A draw.
Leaving only the biggest winning factor, which could have superseded
There's
all
power,
other
strength.
advantages. Power.
Okay, just power.
This game, you're not.
Between Sensui, Genkai, and Enma, Yusuke could definitely destroy the planet. Examining his sky-splitting clash with Yomi and measuring its scale, that's about 4 quadrillion megatons of TNT, which is crazy.
Similarly, mid-series
That's
Ichigo
only
could shake
few
Hueco Mundo, tear through hell, and block attacks that could destroy the Soul Society. But at his peak, he beat Yuhabak, who could destroy several realms, which is far more impressive than just one.
So,
To be fair,
multiple
Yusuke
rounds.
also
One on
beat
three?
Yakumo, who could threaten 2 realms at the same time.
That's
Pretty
just-
close
that's
to
just 2.
Yuhabak's threatening 3.
And Yusuke far surpassed Yakumo afterward. The gap between him and Sensui alone was 10 times. So there could be an argument for Yusuke's power surpassing Ichigo if 3 realms was truly Ichigo's limit.
Fortunately for Ichigo, it's not. Yuhabak was also gonna destroy.
Okay, the exact size of Bleach's realms is unclear, but likely larger than the realms that Yakumo threatened. Ichigo still exceeds Yusuke with even the most conservative
the Garganta,
interpretations.
which has at least 29 pocket dimensions inside
a lot
it.
of
Each
dimensions.
containing at least a planet and
From the Can't Fear Your Own World novel, Hisaki earnestly held back his unease as he continued to run. Finally, he discovered non-artificial light, breaking through, and used Shunpo to run it at once. It's a model representing Valley of Screamstone.
star, much larger than Yusuke's planet-sized worlds. Plus, Ichigo matched Yuhabak in True Shikai, without his additional boost from Half Hollow and True Bankai.
As always with Death Battle, there's arguments either way. But the way we see it, even being generous with Yusuke's power and conservative with Ichigo's, the gap was just too big, giving Ichigo
Ichigo.
the final edge. Sorry if things got messy, but that's just how Ichigo's.
The winner,
Winner
is
is
Ichigo,
Ichigo
Kurosaki.
Kurosaki. Yes!
Next time
Okay,
on
who's next?
Death Battle.
Is that Metal Sonic? Metal Sonic! And Perfect Cell?
Subscribe and join as a member to see
Wait.
more Death Battle. Thanks for watching.
Death Battle is back, and so is our new tabletop gaming channel, Nightly Brew.
Oh, yeah,
We've got
that's-
everything on there from Uno to Dungeons & Dragons, and a very special all-new Blood on the Clock Tower airing right now. So, come join us at the Nightly Brew.
So, same
Click
as
the
time
link
at
to
Death
check us
Battle?
out. Thanks.
Yeah, whatever. And oops. So yeah, totally called this Ichigo versus Yusuke fight. Bleach finally got the win, and yeah, was not expecting like Perfect Cell to fight Metal Sonic. I don't know if that mean a win for Sonic. But yeah, first win of the season. And really wish they could like get someone to animate those Wiz and Boomstick segments. Really missing those. I don't have to wait till the halfway of the year for them to do that. But whatever. Thanks for joining me in this Death Battle reaction. Hope to see you in the next episode. I mean, I really want to see Perfect Cell vs SNG4, but whatever. Hopefully get any character, any web series character to go in there. Thanks for watching. Hope to see you again next